Hello, good morning. So I've been a little while setting up the still life here, and I expect to have been longer setting it up than to be working on it. I'm gonna pull you closer because I feel like that's where the decisions are made really. And I'm not saying I'm going to do everything I think I'll do, but I have got something that color, a few things for the line dividing the vase, and some collage paper, and I've also got some paint, which is what I'm going to start with. And I'm going to find a straight edge somewhere. Got some stencils and stuff as well there now. Straight edge. I wanted to show you too. Well, I'll do that after. I was going to show you the lovely lovely bag I got from the Edinburgh art shop in Tollcross. You get a bag, when you buy a certain amount, when you spend a certain amount, you get a free bag, cloth bag. They're lovely. I'll show you later. Right. The reason I don't want to show you is because I don't want to disturb the setup here. I'm kind of frantically looking around for something now that I've decided, you know what? Sure, why don't I use the masking tape, which is kind of what it's originally intended for anyway, to mask, obviously. And I think I'll have the vase here and the flowers shooting off that way. Kind of a rough plan. Sometimes I feel like you can kind of know too much in advance and it takes away some of the mystery of the thing. Some of the old je ne sais quoi kind of carry on. There's some nice painted paper here. Got a couple of tones with the yellow, and I've got some ink as well, which I might use too. Okay, so what am I doing? So putting some of the, so this is ultramarine blue mixed with Van Dyke brown, and I'm wanting to make a color for the vase underneath the flowers that'll be soon placed there. A bit darker on the left side today because it's early in the day still. Let's see if there's a bit of yellow in that. Yeah, there is, because I feel like there's a call for something else down here. Oh, actually, that yellow could be used in the flowers anyway. But it wasn't that kind of yellow I was looking for the vase, really. It's more, what is it now? You're looking at my face half the time, I suppose. Hopefully you can see okay. Yeah, I'm kind of keen to find something to represent the bottom of the vase. It feels it's a bit different. And I think it's a warm yellow that I need. I like that as well though. Just the painted on version. So maybe rather than change everything, I could just put on the other yellow for a while and see if that's okay. What do I feel like doing there now? I feel like kind of washing off some of that because it's lighter below than it is above. And yeah, so I want to give it a different quality mark. But I'm feeling a little bit kind of tired of myself today. I've taken up running, would you believe? I'm delighted with myself because I love it most of the time. You see, I think I need red Or burnt sienna might do the job. All right. I had anticipated, oh sure, there, I was thinking that it was as white as that. I had anticipated having a bit more vigor this morning. And it feels kind of, lazy feeling. Yeah, nice. Because sometimes with this kind of carry-on, there's a certain energy needed, I think, like it's different from the step-by-step, slowly painting my face that I've been doing last week. Sorry about the noise, no, that's the masking tape. But I'm keen to do a bit of playful carry-on here, and I love using collage and all the rest of it, so I'm just going to go with this. And whether I'm full of beans or not, like. Okay. It's kind of nice when you start playing around too with these kind of things. Stuff comes to you, you start to notice what you're maybe needing to just include, just to finish a part off or something. You find bits and pieces lying about that make them in handy. And I bought these oil pastels. Where did I put them now? A little box. There they are. I just bought 3 white ones actually because I like to use them in workshops. And I'll keep that out handy there now because I might need to use that in places too. Like where the tabletop meets the vase there, it's quite dark. The tabletop's quite bright to the dark of the vase. Now let me see, will this work or what? Let's check it out because these are freesias. And I kind of like the way that the 2 flowers sit together nicely there. So I'm just going to see, torn off more than I planned to there. This was some excess yellow that I had yesterday on the palette, so I thought I'd make use of it. It might be that it's a good idea to have smaller pieces because of the nature of the flower. It's got smaller bits and pieces. There's a nice, there's a couple of petals that are brighter than others that are maybe slightly veering towards the lemon yellow. I don't really like the spiky edges that's being made by the acrylic paint. And I tear it. I'm just trying to carve some of those edges instead. And we've also got, of course, I've also got the ink, and if I need it, I've got more paint and oil pastels and things, so I'm not stuck for describing things. Just half closing my eyes to see where the shadowed bits are. I think I'll just go with that for now. An awful lot of glue on there, isn't there? I do want the paper to be really flush with the surface, so when I put it down, so happy enough. The split thin is slightly more in shadow. I think it could go underneath this piece actually. I like to have the flatter pieces for the shadows, and the bits that stand out in more relief to be the bits in the light to stand out in more relief. This doesn't have to be set in stone, Anya. It can be just an indication, and we can always illustrate a bit more clearly after then where things are I very often say I'm not going to put my fingers in the glue. I did that today. I said I'm not going to put my fingers in the glue now. And then in they go. It's kind of hard to resist it sometimes, like, because I just want to get there faster. But then you end up with sticky fingers, so I have to find something to wipe them with. I'll do that. It's a kind of a flurry going up the way that I'm discovering here, you see, and I want to capture that feeling of the flurry of flowers. A bit dark in there, so that's okay to leave that out. I can paint that later. And then there's something like that. And yeah, the center. Nice and bright there. And then we've got the last one that's kind of trumpety. A bit of brightness. I think that's where that lemon yellow needs to go. Somewhere there. I like the dynamic single direction. Don't have too many bits and pieces either. Why am I doing that? And that is shooting off to the side, but the bright bits aren't fully rounded as a trumpet. More, there's a bit of dark. In fact, I might even do something with the colour of the paint that I've got on my palette here. Excuse me. I might do something with that in order to put it down as the colour of the shadows and the petals there, before then putting this over it. But actually, I want it to be more of a constant single colour there, not all bitty. I'm just smoothing it out a little, best I can. Okay, and then I put this over it. And if you just get the paintbrush now, sticky fingers. I'm getting the paintbrush for two reasons. One is that I put a bit of, one is that I put a bit of paint on the brightness of the yellow there, and I want to lift it off. And the other is that I might shape the edge of this so that it reads as being more clearly part of the flower. Something like that. Nice. Not a big deal. Okay, so we've got some of that going on. And now I had kind of thought of doing something of the tablecloth as well, but it's quite a statement. And I don't know if I want to have so much going on. All the flowers and everything on there. So maybe I'll just consider doing a single line. I'm not sure if I want to do dark above. I just don't know. I'm just going to leave it until I know. And in the meantime, work a little bit more on the flowers, I think. Now I'm at a bit of a slope here, so I'm not sure if this is really going to work. Everything might just run down. I want to bring a little more of the brightness and the juxtaposition of petals in here, and the curved nature of the edges of them. Find that a bit more clearly. Just going to print that as a bud. And then I had spoken about maybe putting in a shadow or something a little bit darker in there to describe the shadows on the freesias. So I'm using some of the cadmium, what is it? Aurelian yellow. Indian yellow, sorry. Using some of the Indian yellow mixed with just a little bit of the brown and blue to make a colour that reads as the shadow of those flowers. Might be here too. I don't need to go into great detail with shadows, do I? I think this one might be in shadow too, actually. And just one side of the bud will be. Not so keen either on doing the leaves at the moment, but I think I do want to explain the rest of the buds there that are ready to open. Coming down towards us, and I see them as being a kind of sap green colour. I've only got one small brush and it's fierce small, but let's see how it goes. I might need it to be this fine. And actually, I kind of need white, or to mix something light into that green. This is kind of a light pink, because I can't find my white paint. I might have run out actually. So the light pink will do, I think, mixed with some of the a bit of the yellow to make a colour for the buds there. So I'm just using paint as a beginning anyway. And we've always got some ink as well. I might end up using some ink too. Okay, so there's something there, something here too. And there's a nice bright bit of yellow coming down and attaching them. There's some buds hanging off there as well, but I don't think I want to do those ones. Yeah. Now I've got some of this. Oh dear. Yeah, this is actually acrylic ink I bought originally from Lidl, but I like drawing with I just filled it with Indian ink, and I think it's been diluted with a bit of water. And I just quite like drawing with the stick. It's not a completely controllable thing. And I wanted to make a little bit more of these buds here, because they do stand out quite a bit from the dark of the vase. It's kind of seeing into the vase there too, but again, I don't really want to explain it to death, you know. That'll do for now. And then I had some pieces of painted blue that I liked from yesterday. See, this is so very, this stuff is so very like the tablecloth top. I feel like I want to put something in there for that. I love that tablecloth. Even if I keep it together, I think I will. Because there is a little flurry of flowers there in front of that vase. And then this other little one, oh, I could maybe even sit just there. No, maybe down here. Okay, I can decide fully whether that's something I want to keep or not later. But what I was actually seeking there was this little bit of blue from yesterday. Again, I'd left over blue. And I think if you've seen me painting this vase before, you know that I love that line of blue in the center of it. I love kind of trying to find ways to explain it. I think today I'm just going to use one single small piece where the sun is, where the light is kind of coming in from the window there. I mean, I kind of like it as it is really, but let's just see if this is an improvement or not. I think it's okay. It's annoying me about that brighter bit. So I think I may just move this wee guy over. And the other thought I had was, look, there's some more. There's some more of this stuff. The other thought I had was to use a stencil. Got some nice stencils here. And thank you to all the folk who've been sending me these kind of things. They're lovely. And I thought that I might use stencil to describe some of the pattern on the tablecloth. I like that one too. But I think for the tablecloth, these two are probably the best options today. Now I want to find something that's going to be the kind of pinky colour that I've got here, but in paint. And I've got this bright pink, which actually is really nice. If there's any left. Oh yeah, there's. And also this purple. And I don't want this to be hugely dominant, you see. And then there's what colour is this? Robin Egg Blue. Just for the name alone, that has to go in. So my plan here now is to stencil on some of that. Get that out of the way. And I think where I want it to go is up this side. Even although there isn't a pattern on the tablecloth in that bit, it feels to me like that's the area that could do with some. I'll pull the. Goodness. See, I've also got these two pinks, alcohol ink, which I always love to use, and this high flow acrylic pink as well. Need to get more of it, but I think there is a little, maybe a dribble of it left. I can hear liquid inside anyway. It's maybe just that it's blocked at the top. It might not be that I need this, I don't know. Maybe I just need something a bit more calm, like a crimson red, so that it's not all pastel shades. I'll have that red available anyway. Still trying to open this high flow acrylic ink. Had it for a while, but I can hear it kind of tantalizingly inside in the bottle. I just need to stick something into it. Okay, I'll leave it for now. There's that as well, which I might put in after doing a touch of the stenciling. It's okay color-wise, isn't it? Yeah, and I think I will anchor it down with some more of the glued on pattern. I didn't so much like the sticking out bits there. Just covered it with a bit of collage. Then what about I don't know if I want a little bit more there or not. Maybe it's a different stencil I need to use. I just like the kind of playfulness of the tabletop. I wanted to get something of the flurry of it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I might just leave it there. I know it seems very economic altogether, but there's something that appeals to me in that economy. If I were to do anything more, it would be some sort of a line around there to describe the horizon of the desk. And it might be in like charcoal or something, or maybe just using the color that I used for the vase. I might use that color and simply draw a line. And I do want it to be a kind of lost and found line, if anything, just vaguely evident as some kind of a stopping point for the table. And the little pieces of collage and stuff. It's just a bit too far over there. And I think I will use, after talking about the white oil pastel, where did I put it again? I think I will use it to break up those flowers a little bit that are there, because I feel like they're a bit of a lump and the rest of them are kind of frivolously flying off. So I thought I'd just break it up with the white oil pastel a bit. There we are. And just remember too, I've got this very uninvasive ink, and I'm normally frustrated that it barely makes a mark. But today I think I want it to be a very subtle line that maybe brings things together here on the tabletop. Well, actually, it reads more as the colour of that lovely spring bud, I think. Rather than the kind of having it on the tabletop, really. Yeah, I think the tabletop might have more of a, sorry if I'm shaking you mad there, it might be more this kind of a bluey, watered down line. So if I put some water on this bit of grass that I'm using and see what that line is like. Really, I think what I'm wanting is just to create a different width of mark for the tabletop. And there's something about the lightness of the frivolity of things kind of moving off into the tablecloth, even like as though they're flying off. Quite like that. I feel like that's what springtime is. It's kind of things shooting off, disregarding any sort of gravity and just taking on a magical life of their own. I had a thought, oh yeah, I got a bit trigger happy with this stuff now. This is alcohol ink. I just want to try it on one bit. Just put it there. I like the colour of it and the way it kind of holds its own. I don't want to kind of make a whole song and dance of it now. I have to kind of put it all over the shop. I'm desperate for wanting to fling it down. And now I think this needs some sort of grounding. Where did I put the black ink? Here it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Like, I feel like I wanted the feeling of a flurry of flowers heading off, and that's what I feel is happening here. So I'm glad of that. And this is my favorite vase. I've got beautiful jugs as well. I got one from my daughter for Christmas, and it's really lovely. This is a vase that I return to often. Got it in a Salvation Army shop. I have no idea who made it. I don't want to stop. But it's quite nice to exercise a gentle, steady restraint too, and not to always have all guns blazing. I am going to take Maisie out now and go for a short run. That'll be my guns blazing part of my day. I'm also really hungry, but I think I'll wait till I get back. Right, so I bring you in a bit closer there, or I bring the painting up to you. No, I bring you closer because there's some runs and drips in it. So that's there, that's what happened. It was one thing to get the kind of bubbliness of those freesias, and I'm hoping that that's what happened. And also this tablecloth, which I really love for its kind of liveliness. I'm glad to have illustrated that somehow too, and just a little bit of a line to describe where the table stops and the space behind starts. But I didn't want to go doing all that dark piano in the background. Maybe another day. Right. Thanks for joining me. There's a few more attempts at things. Thanks for joining me, and play. Very important to play. Whatever it is for you. Maybe dancing around the kitchen listening to 80s numbers. Or just getting dirty. So, but it's very good for us. I feel like it kind of gets a different part of the brain firing off. And if you want to play with me and flowers, the 22nd to the 24th, Mackenzie House, East Lothian, flower painting workshop, 3 days. It'll be all this carry on. There's a couple of spaces still there. Okay, take care. Lots of love. Bye.